Okay, for me, mashed potato is the ultimate comfort food. Love the mashed potato, and I want to show you how to make it where it's pretty much going to be foolproof. I'm going to show you a few tricks here to avoid some of the common mistakes and pitfalls. First of all, use russet potato, Idaho russet potato. It has the perfect texture and starchiness to make this come out really nice. I got 3 of them. That's a half a stick of butter, unsalted, some salt, some white pepper in my case. Now, you use black pepper if you want, you use red pepper if you want. I like to use white pepper for mine. That's a half a cup of whole milk. I didn't want to pick it up, I would have spilled it. And here, maybe the most important thing, a wire masher. But get that style, that's the best one. There's lots of styles out there. That's no good, don't use that. Don't use that one either, that's no good. And that, what the hell is that? Don't use that. All right. Maybe the most important tip I'm going to show you here. Most people cut their potato into chunks. All right, they cut that potato in like 8 pieces. Not a good idea. Take each potato and simply cut it in half lengthwise. Take your time. Get the perfect center of the potato and then one cut down. That's going to give you a really even shape to cook. It's going to cook way more evenly than if you try to cut those in quarters or eighths, because the more cuts, the more room for error. Okay, and what happens if you have small pieces from the ends, for example, they'll start to break up, and then you'll have starchy water, and then it doesn't come out good. So that's my recommended method for cutting the potato. Also, don't forget to salt the water. Okay, that's 2 tablespoons of salt. It seems like a lot, but that's going to start, the potato's going to start sucking that salt in, it starts to flavor it. Also, another mistake, do not cook this at a rolling boil. Okay, it's not supposed to look like a washing machine. It's supposed to look like just a gentle simmer. So I want you to look at those bubbles. See, they're just breaking the surface. Again, it's not just sitting in warm water. Some people have it too low, but that's just about perfect. It's just a nice gentle simmer. After about 20-25 minutes, I was pretty much tender with my potatoes. Again, err on the side of a little slightly bit overcooked versus undercooked. Undercooked, you're never going to get rid of those lumps. Okay, so I drained mine. I let them drain for a good minute. All right, I dumped them back in the pot. No matter how well you drain them, though, you're still going to have a little bit of water that sneaks back in there. That's why you see I have my heat on high, and I'm just going to, for 30 seconds, I'm just going to leave those potatoes in the pot. Get your masher ready, and you're going to see, I'm going to turn off the heat here in a second. That 30 seconds, you're going to see the steam actually come wisping up from the bottom. Is wisping a word? I don't know. There you go. See the wisp of steam? That would have been water at the bottom that would have not been good. Okay, now here is a very important technique. Take your masher with straight down motion, 2 laps around the pot. Notice how I'm keeping my masher against the edge of the pot, so I'm not missing any spots. Just 2 laps and then stop. Okay, that's it. That was dry potato. There's no ingredients in there yet. You want to break them up first. 2 laps. Restrain yourself. Okay. Now, that was the first mash. Second mash, we're going to put in our butter. Half a stick. And we're going to mash that in. Again, we're using straight down motion. I'm going to mash right on top of the butter a couple times to break it up. Okay, and then I'm going to go around maybe 3 or 4 laps. Again, I'm not whipping it. I'm just going straight down. I'm just breaking up the potato. That butter is being absorbed into those beautiful starchy russet. Okay, again, they have the perfect texture for mash in my opinion. Right, this is not going to work with red potatoes and with the skins. Ugh. Okay, if you like those, go ahead. This is not that method though. All right, so that was 3 laps around. Again, there's no milk, there's no any liquid yet, which is our next addition. So you're going to pour in your half a cup of milk. Now we're going to do a little bit of stirring. Okay, so give it a nice big stir. Again, I'm not using a non-stick pan. I suggest you use your stainless steel. Non-stick is really, you don't want that metal masher rubbing against the non-stick. So I'm using a non-stick. And that's it for the masher. Okay, I'm not using the masher anymore. I'm going to add my salt and pepper. And the last mix here is going to be with a wire whip. Okay? The main problem with mashed potato, people overmix them, overwhip them. The more you whip it, the gluier and stickier they get. So this is just going to be literally about 15 seconds just to mix in that salt and pepper. All right, if I missed any of the pieces of potato, this is totally going to break them up. And this is going to result in an incredibly fluffy, light, just deliciously textured mashed potato. I'm a mashed potato freak, so they got to be perfect. Let me give it a little taste test here, adjust my salt and pepper. Didn't need anything. Perfect. Okay? And that's it. Put it on a plate, little piece of butter on top. I had some fresh chive in the garden. It just doesn't get any better than that. Anyway, I know the holidays are coming up, so you're probably going to be making some mashed potatoes, so I hope you try those methods, and I think they're going to work out for you. Enjoy.